If you've ever looked at like a commercial AV rack and wondered how technicians pull miles of thick, heavy RCA cables through a building's walls without tearing down the drywall, well, the secret is they usually just don't.
Right. They avoid it at all costs.
Exactly. Welcome to today's deep dive. We're looking at a product page from HDTV Supply for a very specific problem solver. It is the Intelix AVO-SVA2-F. Basically, it's an S-video and stereo audio balloon.
Yeah, and our mission for this deep dive is to dissect how this tiny, like 0.2-pound metal box actually works. We want to see how it adapts older analog signals to run over standard network cables.
Right, and also what looking at a discontinued piece of tech tells us about the whole life cycle of commercial infrastructure.
Because the core issue in large-scale AV is that running those dedicated heavy COCUS cables over long distances is just a logistical and financial nightmare.
Oh, total nightmare. So this Intelix device gets around that by hijacking the building's existing structured cabling.
Specifically the standard Cat5 twisted pair wire.
Right. But wait, standard network cable isn't built to carry raw analog video and audio. I mean, if you just splice an RCA connector onto a data cable, doesn't the signal just degrade into total static over a long run?
It does, yeah. And that is precisely why it requires a balloon. So the term stands for balanced to unbalanced.
Okay, balanced to unbalanced. Got it.
Right. So an S-video or standard audio signal is unbalanced. That means it travels along a single conductor and is, highly susceptible to interference.
Which is bad.
Right. Very bad.
Yeah.
So the balloon uses a transformer to convert that signal into a balanced one. It splits it equally across the two wires in a twisted pair. That way, any electrical noise picked up along the journey gets phase canceled at the receiving end.
Oh, wow. That is super clever. It's almost like a freight consolidator.
A free consolidator.
Yeah, like it takes this clunky, separate cargo of S-video and stereo audio and just seamlessly packs it onto the sleek, pre-existing high-speed rail of the building's network cables.
That is actually a great analogy. And the mechanical elegance here is really in the math. So look at the inputs on this unit, which fits neatly into a standard single gang wall box, by the way.
Okay.
You have S-video, which requires two pairs of wires, one for luma, which is the brightness, and one for chroma, the color.
Right, and then you have the stereo audio, which needs a pair for the left channel and a pair for the right channel. So 2 + 2 is 4.
Exactly.
Okay.
And a standard RJ45 network cable contains exactly 4 twisted pairs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it is a mathematically perfect fit. You take 3 bulky female RCA connections and map them flawlessly onto a single pre-existing Cat5 line.
Okay, mapping it perfectly is one thing, but pushing a fragile analog signal over a cable designed for digital data presents like a massive degradation issue, right?
It definitely does.
Because the product page boasts a 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz audio bandwidth and 500-volt isolation. But I'm looking at the range claims here, and honestly, it's a bit confusing. Well, the description says 1,000 feet, but then the features list bumps it up to 2,000 feet. And then the official specs claim a maximum operating distance of 2,500 feet. So, I mean, is this just terrible copywriting, or is something else actually happening here?
It's actually a reflection of pushing an analog signal to its absolute physical limits. Standard digital network data degrades completely after about 300 feet.
Wait, really? Only 300 feet?
Yeah, just 300. So pushing analog video and audio to 2,500 feet over that same unshielded wire is a massive technical feat. It relies heavily on that 500-volt isolation to prevent ground loops and protect the signal from other electrical noise in a commercial building.
Okay, so the variance in those numbers.
Right. The variance likely reflects the difference between a pristine signal in a testing lab versus a noisy real-world environment.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Still, delivering even a usable picture at 1,000 feet over standard data wire is impressive. And at a listed sale price of $100.55, it seems like a crucial utility piece.
Well, absolutely.
Yet, if you look at the current status on HDTV Supply, it's officially listed as discontinued and out of stock.
And that discontinued tag is actually the most revealing part of our source material. This vendor isn't just some electronics graveyard.
No, not at all. HDTV Supply is a massive ecosystem. They have over 10,000 positive reviews, moving thousands of modern Wolfpack HDMI switchers and, cutting-edge 8K video walls.
Right.
So why keep a dead product page active just to tell people they can't buy it?
It is all about legacy support. Commercial infrastructure does not change at the speed of consumer tech. A sports bar or a corporate campus doesn't rip open its walls just because HDMI became the new standard.
Right. They run adapters until the adapters literally die.
Exactly. And remarkably, for this discontinued S-video tech, The vendor still advertises free lifetime tech support via phone, email, text, and, believe it or not, fax.
Fax. You have a company selling state-of-the-art 8K video walls, still offering tech support via fax for an analog S video balloon. That is wild.
It is, but it perfectly captures the reality of AV network design. Adapting older signals to existing infrastructure requires serious resourcefulness.
Yeah, you are constantly bridging the gap between the bleeding edge and whatever was bolted into the ceiling 30 years ago.
Exactly. Infrastructure changes slowly. As long as the wire is in the wall, someone is going to try to push a signal down it.
Which leaves you with an interesting thought to chew on. Even if you aren't wiring a sports bar today, this is a brilliant lesson in resourcefulness and network design.
Absolutely.
Think about it. If a vendor is still actively offering lifetime tech support via fax for a discontinued S-video adapter today, what piece of current cutting-edge HDMI or 8K technology will you be desperately trying to adapt and troubleshoot a decade from now?